Hi everyone. So today we will see this question like minimum number of operations to satisfy the condition. Okay. So this is लीड कोड 3122। तो इसमें क्या बोला है हमें एक 2D ग्रिड दे रखी है। ठीक है। तो हमको क्या करना है कुछ मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ ऑपरेशंस करने हैं सो दैट कि ओवरऑल पूरी ग्रिड पे ये दो कंडीशंस जो हमें मिल रखी हैं ये सेटिस्फाई हुए ओवरऑल कंप्लीट 2D एरे लिस्ट। ठीक है। एरे लिस्ट और एरे वॉट एवर इज गिवन टू यू राइट 2D मैट्रिक्स इज गिवन टू यू। ओके। सो इसमें क्या करना है कि जो अगर सपोज करो आई एम ऑन दिस सेल। ओके। सो फर्स्ट कंडीशन क्या कह रही है कि जो नीचे वाला सेल है मेरा जो डाउन वाला सेल है वो मेरा इक्वलेंट होना चाहिए। एंड इस वाले सेल से अगर मैं बात करूँ तो इस वाले सेल जो राइट वाला सेल है वो मेरा इक्वल नहीं होना चाहिए। राइट। सो दीज आर द टू कंडीशंस वी हैव टू फुलफिल and we have to find out the minimum number of operations to satisfy these two conditions overall the array like complete array पर ये पूरी दो conditions satisfy होनी चाहिए। राइट। तो अगर हम इस टेस्ट केस में देखें तो 1 1 1 and 0 0 0 तो 1 1 is it satisfied? No. See here we have 1 and here we have 0, so this is not satisfied, and coming on to this is also not satisfied. So one operation here and one operation here. Okay. So we'll come on to the open and we'll see how what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is the complete uh, 2D list. Okay. I guess one more cell was there. Pardon my drawing, please. Okay. So this is also one more cell we have got. Okay. So you see here you see this one, this is the one operation we have to do, and here also this is also same which we don't want as same. So here also we have to do one operation. Okay. Here you see this one, this and this both are same, so we don't have to do any operation in this, and this is also different. Okay. So overall till now we have done one operation here, one operation here, and now we come on to this one. We see this should be equal, this and this should be equal, but they are not, so we are making it equal. So this is the next one, so we will not make, yeah, this is the next one, so 3 is the answer in this case. Okay. 3 is the answer in this case. So what we are actually doing, we'll see uh, okay, we'll see another test case as well, which is this one, which is this one. Okay. So what is happening here is 1 2 1 1 2 3. So here also we'll see, see if you have been given 1 2 and 3. If you see this test case, see this should be equal. So this should be equal, one operation, and this should also be equal to 1. So also one more operation. So 2 should be the answer in this case. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so 2 is the answer in this case, right? N and M, which are the size of the this grid which we have got, which is 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so this is the size of the grid. Okay, so coming to the value of this, you get to know that the value which we are setting here is only from 0 to 9. Okay, only the range is this 0 to 9. Okay, so what we will do, what is directly coming in our mind, one way is what we are thinking, like we will travel over the area and we'll do that. But if you see here we have got lots of possibility. For example, if we are setting 0 in this complete first row. Okay. For example, if we are setting this, because why I'm saying so, because if I'm setting 0 here, so the complete row has to be 0, right? If I'm setting 1 here, so the complete row has to be 1, right? So if I'm setting 0 here, for example, then in the next cell which is to the right of it won't be 0, right? It should be different. So if it should be different, it could be from 1 to 9, as the range is from 0 to 9, right? So we can't take 0 here, so we can take from 1 to 9. Okay. And then if we select here 0, then this is the possibility. If we select here 1, then what is the possibility here? If we select here 1, so the here complete this column is 1, then in that case the value you can select here in this particular column, right? In this particular column, I would say it could be what? If you have selected 1, it could be 0, it could be 2, it could be 3, from 2 to 9, then 0 and then 2 to 9, right? Likewise. Okay. Okay, so in this test case, I'll show you one test case here. Okay. So for example, if I'm taking this test case, okay, so what we are actually doing here is, if you see, this is the complete uh, column, I would say. So this is having 1 0 0 1 and 1. So if you want to convert it into a single column, into a single element type, like if I want to make the complete column value same, for example 1, I want to make 1, then how many operations I'll have to do? 1 here and 1 here. Okay, so if I want to make it 2, then I'll have to do, this is 2, then I have to make one operation here, one operation here, one operation here, and one operation here. So in case of 2, I have to make how many operations? I have to make 4 operations in this case. Okay, I have to make 4 operations in this case, right? If I want to make it 3, so how many operations I have to do? Complete all the operations, like this one, this two, three, four, and 5 operations I have to do, right? So I hope you're getting the gist of what we are trying to do. So if you want to reduce the number of what do you say, the number of operations in this first column, so what we would do, we'll want to take the element which is of max frequency, right? We'll want to take that. So what we'll do in this case, for example, frequency of 1 is what? Frequency of 1 is 2. Okay. Frequency of 0, sorry, frequency of 0 is what? Frequency of 0 is what? It is 2, right? Frequency of 2 is what? It is 1. So if I want to make all the elements as 1, okay, so what I'll do, what is the size of this complete column? What is the size of this complete column? If you see the first column, the 0th column, what is the size? Its size is n is what? The rows. Okay, so this is the size, which is what? The 5. It is 5. And if I have to make it converted into 1, then remaining other elements from 1 we have to convert, right? So 5 minus 3, 5 minus 2 is what? 3, right? So 3 operations it will take in case of 1. Okay, I hope you got the gist of it, right? So in another column also we'll do the same. So if I have made this complete where it is, if I have made this complete cell as 1, so in this cell, in this complete row, in this complete row, can I put it 1? No, I can put it 0, I can put here 2, I can put 3, and so on till 9, right? I can put all these numbers in this column, in this particular column. Why I am taking column? Because we are considering column wise only. We are taking elements, we are taking setting elements same in a column, right? That's the reason it converts it into a problem of 1D type of that's the reason it converts it into a problem where we only see, take it as a 1D array. Okay, why I'm saying so, I'll tell you. For example, I have converted the first one, okay, the first one as 0, okay. So the rest one I can convert as what? The next one we can convert as what? We can put here 1, right? We can put here 2, 3, and so on till 9. So on till 9, right? But what we can't put here is 0, okay. If I have put here 1, then I can put here what? I can put here 0, 2, and so on till 9. But I can't put 1 here. Okay? I can't put 1 here because the previous element here is 1. I hope you are getting the gist of problem what we are trying to do here. If I have put here 2 or 0, I can put here 2 or 0, right? I can put here 0. I can put here 2. Anything I can put. For example, I have chosen 2, 0 here. Okay. So if I have put here 0, then what can I put here? I can put here 1. Other than that, 2, and so on till 9. So like this only, this complete 2D array has been converted into 1D array for the problem's sake. Okay. तो हमारी कंप्लीट प्रॉब्लम जो है ना, ये अभी कन्वर्ट हो चुकी है एज अ 1D array only, where what we are doing, we are setting it as 0 till 9. Okay, and then we are checking for the rest of the elements like that. But the previous one, this one depends on the previous one. If you are on this index, then this depends on the previous one. So there are choices, but there are choices from 0 to 9 only. Okay, so there are choices, and choices are from 0 to 9. Okay, for every element there are choices from 0 to 9. Okay, so I hope whenever this word choices come into picture, right? And one choice you make, and then you that creates another choice, right? So something like recursion could come into your mind, that we can think in recursive direction, right? We can think in that direction. So I'll explain you how we are trying to create the recursive tree in this question. Okay, so this is a function which I'll this is the state which I'll declare here. Okay, so this is the index. Okay, and this is -1. Why I'm taking -1 here, I'll tell you. Okay, see here, if you see in this one, for example, if I have taken 0 here, okay, I have taken 0 here. For the 0th index, if I am there, then what will happen? The previous will be -1, because there is no previous, right? So in this case, I am taking -1. So this is the function state which I am declaring. Okay, so from here, what will happen? You have got choices, right? For the first index, okay, for the 0th index, you have got no previous element, right? So here you can make any number of choices from 0 to 9. And when you make the choice here, you go to the next element, which is the first index, right? You make choice at the index 0 and you go to the index 1. So this is what happening here. I have make the choice, okay? And I'm going at the first index. If I have made the choice of taking 0, okay, so this is the previous and this is the index. Okay, this is the index, right? So here I have taken 0 as my previous choice at the 0th index, and I have come on the index 1 right now. Okay, the second choice which I could take is 1. The next choice I could take is 2, until I can make choices till 9. Okay, so what does this state means? This state which I am declaring here, what does this mean? What does this mean? The function of 1 of 0. What does this mean? This mean when we were on 0th index, right? We were on 0th index. We have made the choice of this 0th, right? From the previous. The previous is coming as 0th. The 0. You have chosen 0 number, 0 as the grid cell, right? You have chosen 0 for the first row. This first in the grid, if you consider this column. So for here, you have chosen 0, right? So when you are coming on the first index, you say that 0 was my previous choice. So this is what we are mentioning here, that we are at index 1, and previous choice was 0. Okay, when we come on this particular index, here it is, when we come on this particular index making choice of 1, so what we say here, we say we are at index 1 and the previous choice was 1. That means at zeroth index we made the choice of 1 and we are now at the index 1. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so now we are at index 1. We can go from 1 to 2. Okay, because why I'm saying so, because when I'm in index 1 I will only go to 2, right? I will check for 2. I'll from here I can make a transition to 2. So this is the state. Here if you see, this is the state and this is the transition which we are making to another state. Okay, so transition from this state, what we could make, this is the choices we are making. So we can go from 0 1 to, from index 1, from index 1 we can go to 2, and we have made choice of 0, so we cannot choose 0 here, so we can make choice of 1, we can make the choice of 2 till we can make a choice of 9. Okay, right, we can make a choice of 9. So I'll write this little bit clearly, pardon me for my writing, because this setup is completely new for me. Okay, so fine. So coming on to this, if you see, okay, here, so what does this state mean? Similarly, what we have written here, whatever we have written here imply comes to this as well, that we are at index 2 and previously we have made the choice of 1, right? So from here, what choice we could make, what does this state mean actually in the grid? I'll tell you here. Okay, okay, so this is the zeroth column, first, second. Okay, so we say that we are now at this column and previously we have chosen this 1 as the choice. Okay, 1 as the choice. So if we take it as a single 1D array only, so what we are saying, that we are at index 2 and here we have chosen 1. Okay, so in the columns perspective we are seeing it like that. This is what I get from this problem, so that's what I'm explaining here. So 1 I have got from the previous and now I have to make my choices. Okay, so since I have got 1 from the previous, I cannot choose 1, so I can choose what, I can choose 0. Sorry, here I'll go to make the transition from 2 to 3, right? And I can choose, can I choose 1? No, I can choose 3 to 2 and then so on and so forth, 3 to 9. So what we are getting actually, if you see, for example, if our array was this only, where is my cursor? Sorry for this problem. I'll be able to manage it in 1 or 2 days. Okay, so this was the array, for example. Okay, 1 1 1 0 0 0. So first column I have made something. Okay, second column I have made something, and then this also. Once we are at outside of the this is n minus 1, m minus 1, sorry. Once we are at m, right, we will say from here we can't get any value, right? So we will return 0, we will return 0. Okay, so once we read this index, if you see, this state we have reached. Okay, so base case we will write as what, base case will be what in this case, if index which you are taking, if you are taking this one, this is the index where my cursor is, where my cursor is, this is the index, right? And this is the previous. All right, so if the index is greater than and equals to m, or you say columns, right? So in this case you can just return 0, return 0. This is what we are doing in this base case. So this is the base case for us. Okay, I hope you got the gist of the problem. Yeah, so here is my code for this problem. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I have created the count array. Yeah, so this concept I have to explain you. Just give me a second. This one, okay, this complete array, for example. Okay, So like this, I was discussing about the frequency, right? Here we were discussing about the frequency thing, frequency of one and this. So we can create a frequency array. Okay, we can create a frequency array where I can store. I will create a frequency counter, this array, this 2D array only. So here I will be representing this will be representing the column size, and this will be representing from 0 to 9. So what does that mean? What does that mean? If you have got 0, okay, if you are selecting 0, right? If the frequency of 0 is more, then you are selecting this one. For what? We are selecting 0 to make this complete column as 0, right? So if we want to select as 0, so we want to check the frequency, right? We are doing what? We were doing rows minus frequency. So what will give you the minimum? If you see in this case, minimum operations, if you want the minimum operations from it, out of it, so you want what? You want this frequency to be more, right? You want this frequency to be more. So we will make a counter of all the elements. What could be the elements? The elements could be from 0 to 9. So we could make a counter array where we could store all the elements. All the elements. For example, 0 stores the frequency of 0 in this complete column. 1 here stores the frequency of 1 in this cell, which represents the frequency of all the ones in this entire column. Like this we can keep. Okay, so this is what we were doing in this. If you see, right? If you see here, this is what we are doing. The purpose we have got here clearly. Okay, so we are just calling this TP. So for some time we can just ignore, and we can just see the recursive logic first. So what we are doing here is, this is also coming inside the DP, so we will ignore it for now. Just this logic, this is the logic of the recursion and this return. Okay, so we have created a recursive function where we are taking index, which we were seeing here. If you see, this was the index, right? Index and the previous, right? So we were seeing that, right? So if you see, from 0 to n, from 0 to 9 we were making the call, which we were doing here. If you see, right, from 0 to 9 we were making the call, and we were checking if the previous, which we have taken already, right? So if we are not we should not take that previous, right? If we are creating, if we have taken this particular thing, right? If we have taken minus 1, why we were taken was, if we are on the first column we don't have any previous, right? If we are on the first, sorry, if we are on the 0th column, so we are not taking any previous, right? So in this case, minus 1 is the previous. So we have a choice from 0 to 9. Alright. So if we have taken 0, what does that mean? That means we have already taken 0 for the first column. First column, by first column I mean the 0th column. Okay. So for the 0th column we have already taken 0. So going forward, this particular branch, which is this one branch, this particular branch, okay. How should I explain? Just give me a second. Where is my cursor? This particular branch, which is coming from here, right? This particular branch, if we have taken 0 already, if we have taken the previous here as 0, so for the next column, we won't be taking 0 again. We can start from 1 to 9. But going forward, we can take 0. We can take 0. This is what we are doing. Okay. So this is also here in our code. Okay, if we have taken 0, then making the calls forward, we are taking 1, and we will check the previous shouldn't have the same as this index which we have taken, the value which we have taken. Okay, so we are making the call here accordingly, and then we are returning the answer, which is the max answer to us. And then we have written the DP logic for it. So overall the problem is of moderate level, I would say. Just try it and just let me know in the comments. If you want to code the code, then I can provide you the GitHub link for it.